Alright, so here's the second video on one-step equations, but this time it's with multiplication and division. We are going to be using this trusty framework of RIBS, so river and inverse. Now in terms, when we say inverse, we're talking about inverse operations, right? So it's 3 times x, it's going to give me 12. So the inverse, or the opposite of multiplication, is division. So in this case, because these two are next together and it's multiplication, the inverse operation is division. I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. When I divide by 3, 3 divided by 3 gets you 1, so it basically becomes 1x, and 12 divided by 3 is going to give you 4. Okay, one more time, notice how it doesn't matter where the variable is, the framework helps you solve for any single equation possible, right? So you drop the river, you divide by 4 on both sides because it's 4 times x right now, so 20 divided by 4 gets you 5, so you get 5 is equal to x. Or you could state it the opposite way, x is equal to 5. Okay, with regards to this is division right now, right? So what's the inverse of division? Well, after the river, the inverse of division, especially for fractional equations like this, is multiplication. In order to make this 2/3 disappear, I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, or also known as the reflipical, right? So 3 over 2, and what I do to one side, I always do to the other, times 3 over 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 over 6 makes 1. So basically, these cancel out and you're left with 1x. Now on this right-hand side, you can put a whole number, you can always make a whole number a fraction by putting it over 1. And then you do 6 times 3, which is 18, and then 1 times 2, which is 2. And then you could simplify this further, you have x is equal to 9, okay? Let's take a look at it one last time with the division. If you see a fraction, it's basically division. So your inverse operation after the river has to be multiplication. To get rid of any fraction, you are going to use its reciprocal. So I'm going to put 2 over 1 times 2 over 1. So what you do to one side, you do to the other, okay? So this 1/2 times 2 over 1 makes 1x, so that means x drops down. 2 times 12 is going to give you 24, and 1 times 1 is going to give you 1. So the final answer could be x is equal to 24.